Alright, Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and a few sisters out there. Unto this life foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. It's going to be a quick show through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai. Unless you've been living under a rock, everybody should know the bitch is dead. The queen bitch is dead. And I say it like that because I don't give a rat's rear end about that woman or anything, but I find certain things about this whole matter is intriguing. And I know brothers already did videos. They probably brought out Luke 16, because that's how exactly it's gonna happen, you know. However, I like to look at things somewhat different sometimes. So I don't know where, sometimes the thing pops up. So when they was talking about her death on RT, let me just Google it. They said that she pretty much had a 70-year rule. All right. Oh yes, the word for this title for the show, the usurper, has been taken out. Something to that point. And usurper means take a position of power or importance illegally by force. Richard usurped the throne, and that's the whole entire British royals. They're not royals, okay? They're usurpers. They're not supposed to be the monarchs of anything, all right? And the world's gonna find out. And they're going to find out the hard way, because that bloodline doesn't go back to the real rulers of Europe, which were what you call black men. All right, she doesn't come from the royal line of King Henry of the VIII, which is a so-called black man. All right, and none of that. They married into the position, so they usurp the authority that was given to them. So I'm gonna get this real quick. Let me see. Yeah, the bitch is dead. Good riddance. 70 years. And do you know how important that is? 70 years completion. So the Lord really literally allowed this bitch to sit on a throne for 70 years to take her out, so that it's complete, it's done. So the real thing is, like I was talking to a brother, let me read this real quick. And it says, on the 6th February, January 2017, she became the first British monarch to celebrate Sapphire Jubilee, culminating 65 years on the throne. In 2022, Elizabeth II became the first British monarch to reign for 70 years. A long-scale celebration for her Platinum Jubilee occurred from June to the 5th, but she couldn't even do nothing. Oh, and then she was visited, because I believe one of her grandchildren at the time, maybe her great-grandchildren, I'm not too sure, I can't remember, was pointing out a chariot. Okay? So the chariot was there to tell her, like, look, you coming, we're taking you. Alright? So 70 years. So that's completion. So the Lord completely allowed her to rule. But to me, I like to look at the bigger meaning of behind this blasphemy that is the Queen of England. And I go to the scriptures for that one. Well, real quick, it says Proverbs 19:10. The light is not seemingly for a fool, which less for a servant to have rule over princes. So these monarchies that's sitting in the thrones around the world, they're not real monarchies. They're not real rulers, okay? You have to come from the stock of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, not Abraham, Isaac, and Esau. All right, only Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's what when the Lord said to Abraham, said, "And thy seed shall be," Salakia. It says something to the extent of thy seeds shall be blessed around the world, something like that. Roughly paraphrasing it. Because what? And I was thinking about it too. If you look at music, any form of entertainment, anything that of creation, who's the number one creator of everything? Israel. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So the nations are blessed because they have us. Going to Baruch, fourth chapter tells you. All right. So all these nations have they glory over us, but it's not seemingly to have a servant to rule. Under her rulership, terrible things that took place on earth. All right. Under her guidance, even though she's not really doing nothing, she was just a figurehead. So what was one of the number one things about her being a figurehead? I'm gonna get it real quick before I go into something else. Jeremiah 33. Let me see, 13, 15. Nah, 31. Jeremiah 31. Let me type it in. It's 31 and 22, Slakia. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. So when this happened, it's happened in the 70s really. But before that, what was a figurehead? What was the image of this movement? You're looking at it. The bitch that's dead. All right. She was the figurehead. She was royalty. She had the highest office in the world, according to what they would like to say. All right. She was the figurehead. She was the I guarantee if I put, let me see, Elizabeth's influence. It's like, yeah, I'm typing in. Let me see. I mean, I don't even have to go crazy with this because they probably doing like a whole bunch of shit. CNN, all this madness. But Queen Elizabeth's legacy and so forth, it was a figurehead of what we have today. Women in power. So what did the Lord do? He got rid of the top bitch that sits on a throne. All right. There you see, it says, is Queen Elizabeth the original influencer? I mean, damn, it don't get no obvious. It says the Kardashians have nothing on the British monarchy, who gave the royal stamp of approval to Jaguar, Aston Martin, and Colbert. The Queen could reward royal warrants of appointment to quality products like tequila, Bowling, and great royal pardons like she did for Alan Turner. She is also queen of the swans in the river Thames, as well as royal fish, dolphins, whales, possessions, and the staggering court with the 50 kilometers of the UK coastline. She isn't like the rest of us, being one of the most recognizable people in the world and a member of a royal genealogy that stretches back over 1,000 years, which is bullshit. Out to Alfred the Great, Israelite king of the Anglo-Saxons. She also a number of powers which reach from the sublime to the right down bizarre are a few. The queen is the ultimate influencer. All right. So the world knows. It says, think the Kardashians are the first and the foremost in the world of celebrity endorsement. Think again, British monarchies and those authorized by them have been recognizing quality product and service supplying to the royal households in the form of royal warrants of appointment, awarding since 1500, reviving the royal nod means reaching the pinnacle in one's industry or profession. So we gotta look at it as being real. We gotta look at it as she has a great amount of influences. She was the queen of heaven on earth. All right, the queen of heaven on earth, and the Lord punched her ticket. So I say that to say this: if she's taking out the way, then the rest comes out to play, because these women are out of their mind. Here it is, a great influencer, all right, who's sitting on the throne. You don't get no higher than the throne, right? So these women are going to lose the position of power that they have. All right. So that new thing that the Lord said that was going to be, that took place many years ago. All right. He said this was going to happen, as clearly happened. But just like everything that did happen, real quick, like I said, it's not going to be long. Isaiah 29:16, it says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. So that's turning things upside down. All right. So they put her as a figurehead because the real kings of the earth are the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the 13th family. They're the real rulers, the monarchies that's behind everything. That queen, that figurehead, she bows down to them. See, they could play this whole notion of women empowerment and all this nonsense, but when it comes to the Rothschilds in their power position, ain't no women ruling nothing. All right, ain't ruling nothing. So the Lord is throwing this thing down. He's throwing this thing apart. All right, these usurpers are being taken out. Now, Prince Charles is gonna be the king. Well, let's go and see. He's coming in, and World War III is right around the corner. So this is clearly the end. It says, surely your turning of things upside down should be esteemed as a potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall a thing framed say of him that framed it, he have no understanding? So the Lord created Esau to make these weird things happen, so he could throw him down. Real quick, since I'm in Isaiah 47, start at 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground, there is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, but that shall no more that shall no more be called called tender and delicate. So we all know that the scriptures is talking about Babylon the Great, is talking about America. America's extension, or America's foremother, which we get that real quick. Jeremiah 50. Jeremiah 50 and maybe it's further up. Yeah, it's up here. Jeremiah 50:12. It says, "Your mother shall be sure confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed." And who bared Babylon the Great? Britain. All right. That's why the British, anything that happens with Britain, America's right there. They never broke ties like they would have you believe. But that's America's mother. Okay. And what's also part of the Chaldeans? Chaldeans were what we call the Illuminati of their time. All right. There was the Magi's of their time, a group of magicians and sorcerers that was ruling. This is the cash cow for these places. All right. The three city-states are what? London, Washington, and Rome. And one thing about London, England, is what? The finances. So Britain is America's mother, okay? But she's going to be ashamed because she's going to end up destroying her. It says, "Behold, the uttermost of the nations shall be wilderness and a dry and desert." And a desert. All right? Even Great Britain is going to turn on America. All right? But when we hit to the points, it says, verse 2, "Take the millstone and grind mill, uncover the locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers." Meaning, if you look at, I always bring it out through the Spirit, that every year, let's say from the 50s, women had long skirts, and as the decades went, the skirts got shorter and shorter. So you be able to see, to this very day, you could damn near see a woman's everything. Well, that's a representation of the shame of America. All right? "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man." That's the Lord speaking. When he comes back, he's not coming back as a man that you could have a talk with. Let's counsel. No, he's coming back as a conquering lion, an angelic force. All right? "As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into the darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms." So, from the extension from Britain to the west, which we are in the west, Canada, we have certain spots, Jamaica, the British Islands, what's the other island? I can't remember right now. They were all British colonies. All right? They were all British colonies. It was occupied by the British Empire. So the past 70 years, the Queen of England was recognized as the ultimate monarch. And the spirit of America is the spirit of a woman. So the scripture says, "Thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms." So this place is a queendom. All right? So that vibration has just died. "I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them unto thy hand. I showed them no mercy. Upon the ancient has I verily heavily laid thy yoke." And that goes into slavery. All right? It says, "And thou sayest, I will be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst thou remember the latter end of it." All right? So the scriptures clearly call this place a queendom. All right? Once again, the great influencer is Fanny Croak. The influencer of this whole political movement of feminism is just died with this bitch. Because from this point on, it's going to get nothing but terrible for you women. All right? You can't refer to the Queen of England for anything. Which a lot of people don't care anyway. But we got to look at the bigger picture. When the Lord took this bitch out from a 70-year rule, that speaks volume. All right? That means completion. So that have a complete rulership. So now all Heavenly Father is going to do is tear these places apart. And England, the whole West Europe is torn apart. All right. It's just going to get worse by that moment. So with that being said, hope you brothers edify. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.